Today we're doing something a little different. I was scrolling through Instagram and saw this sketch by Mandalore the Lego. I reached out to him as I loved the design and asked permission to make a figure from it. While talking, he also recommended using the Razor Squadron from the old Hasbro figures as the rest of the body, so I got to work. I purchased this Clone Trooper Hawk figure as it would be the easiest and cheapest option of making this, so we're mostly going to be doing a repaint of him. I've not purchased this figure before, same with most clones as I can always make them my own, so it was nice to do a little unboxing of him.
I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
As you can see, the undersuit is a very dark purple on this figure for some reason, and isn't fully black. So for this reason, we're not going to mask the undersuit, as we'll be repainting it fully ourselves.
Dangerous times, don't fly too high.
We'll still need to disassemble as much as we can for ease of priming, so get your hobby knife and hairdryer ready. As I've watched the Fushu's review on this figure, I was aware that the opposite shins, so I took them apart and swapped them over to the correct side. This was more of a pain than I imagined. Once disassembled to how I'd like, I gathered a few extra parts such as a set of posing hands and a pistol and holster. Now it was time for priming. I used matte white for the base armour, matte black for the weapons, and Krylon clear coat for protection. Once they had all the necessary coats and were fully dried, I brought them in to begin hand painting. Here's a list of all the paints that I'll be using for this. Vallejo Black, Vallejo Neutral Grey, Vallejo White, Vallejo Flat Blue, Citadel Evil Sun Scarlet, Citadel Uriel Yellow, and Citadel Iron Hand Steel. I always start off with the black areas of the figure and shortly follow up with the grey details. I needed to do plenty of cleanup with this figure, so that meant scraping away excess paint with a hobby knife, or even painting over the mistakes with Vallejo White. For the main design, I went with making a rough design in the outer blue, then being able to box and fill all the relevant colours in that area. Even though the design was tricky, it was a lot of fun being able to work with a mix of brighter colours for a change. The eyes I just did very slowly, making small points to get the length of the design and going over and over when necessary to get the curves how I wanted them. As a lot of these designs that I've never done before, it's a lot of trial and error until you're very happy with it. As you can see, these yellow markings aren't cleaned up yet. As yellow was brighter, I needed to make sure that they had enough coat before I could clean them up. For the blue, it's pretty much self-explanatory, using all the methods I've previously used for the rest of the colours. As stated previously, we're repainting the entire undersuit again to get the nice black, rather than the purple one the figure had originally. As you can see, I completed one side of the helmet fully before attempting the second side. This made it so I could use it as a reference so they matched each side as close as possible. For the blue, I once again placed small dots as markers so each triangle was as even as I could get them. This did require more cleanup though. Once the main paint job was complete, it was time to do some finishing touches, such as the pilot tubes, grey soles, and a wash in some areas to bring out some of the details. This figure doesn't need any help with standing, but I thought a custom painted base would suit him nicely. Once completed, one last trip to seal all those parts with a clear coat. While I was outside, I added a small magnet, just so it always went back into position after posing. Once reassembled, I added a small piece of ribbon for the holster. Final part is to brush on some gloss varnish to make that visor nice and shiny. And here we have them all finished up. Now this is one of the trickier customs I've done lately, but same as always, let's take some pictures of them. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe to see more content like this. Thank you all for watching and happy customizing.